Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we build on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain, the unexplained without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. The Priest podcast.
Indeed, G.
All right. And you see the 7 behind them. Yeah. And I'm going to introduce this to the chat room because it's lighting up right now. And I know everybody's in the building, and this is going to be real good. But we have the God Saladin in the building for the nation of gods and earths. Build and welcome into the house of many houses. We call it the temple sometimes. Peace.
Peace. Good to see all of you.
Peace, God.
Peace, Iron Sheik. How you doing, G?
I'm wise and righteous, God.
No doubt. So initially, just to add on to what the God was saying, it's equally important to recognize our matriarchs in addition to the patriarchs who've laid the foundation for us to be where we're at today. And these can also be everyday people who have done extraordinary things. And I think a lot of times people oftentimes may strive to reach beyond their own community to recognize certain figures who have done these extraordinary things, when in reality, it may be a person in your own family, you know, a mother or a father, an aunt or an uncle. So it's equally important to recognize the type of contributions and the sacrifices that they have made as well. And I think that one of the challenges that we face oftentimes as a people is we have the tendency to discredit those who came before us and not hold them in the highest esteem and value. And that is one of the flaws I think that we oftentimes see amongst us as a collective, because it's almost like if you're 40 years old, you're operating on 40 books in your reference library of life. You tap your elders as a resource that may be 80 years old. You're able to access their reference library of life and add more perspective in terms of how to solve problems, meet challenges, and navigate this society. And it's very important that we respect those that came before us and to honor them by not only preserving their legacy, but also continuing that legacy as people who are charting another course in terms of extending and making sure that that legacy is sustainable. You know, so that's just something I wanted to add on to in terms of, you know, what he was just sharing in terms of the respect we need to have for those that came before us.
Indeed, Lord. Indeed.
We can read it word for word.
You know what I mean? Let me add on for a second.
Well, here's the thing. One more thing. So you guys got who has the original problem book?
Okay.
Who has the original book?
So listen, the questions you're asking should be directed to usually a First Resurrection Nation of Islam member. And
well, I can do that. I can call my father up. But now you guys are on here.
No, so listen.
So you got to be able to prove yourself
already.
Okay.
That's the problem. You're asking us questions that you could have asked your father.
I already know the question, but here's the thing. We're on a platform. So what I want to know is, here's the thing. Who show us the problem? Not saying I agree with Dr. York's book, right? But show us your problem book. Show us, you know what I mean? Okay. Where's your problem book at?
Listen, that question is best directed to a First Resurrection Nation of Islam member who has the problem book. We don't have a problem book within our cultural curriculum. That's not something that belongs to us. Okay. So some of the questions you're asking the wrong people. Okay. Does that make sense to you?
Well, I mean, it does make sense. I see where you're coming from, but
regardless,
I just want to know: is it another date for Clarence Smith? Allah in a person, born 1929.
York got that right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is York wrong? Do you have any evidence of that?
I'm gonna let my brother build on that.
Okay.
Go ahead, Saladin.
Go ahead,
Saladin. That's why you're here.
Good name, by the way, too. I like your name.
He was born in 1928.
Okay, so York got it wrong. Either way, it's still 1928, 1929, still in the same realm. But go ahead. Still in the same realm.
No, it's wrong.
It's wrong.
But, you starting off like that, it's a whole bunch of bullshit behind it.
Okay.
If you can't even get a person's birth date correct.
Listen, I'm not tripping off the birth date. I mean, it could be it was close though. 1929, 1928. Does it really matter? It's about the guys. No, it doesn't, because it's the same. He was born like a year after. Maybe somebody got the date wrong. York got the date wrong. A lot of people disagree with him. I don't agree with the book in particular. I'm just saying.
But I'm saying we can fact check it. It can fact check it. But
y'all should have put a book out. Y'all should have put a book out. The Nation of Gods and Earths, the 5% Nation. Y'all should have put a book out to combat this book.
Yo, I might put one out, and it's gonna be one page with just his birth date on it.
Oh, all right. All right. What does that mean to the masses, though? It's like, I don't know. We talking about a guy.
Gunshot. See, it started off cool, but that was hard. That was hard. Go ahead, Lord. Go ahead. Finish building, Salah.
Yeah. So some of the questions you're asking, I'm not sure what so-called 5%ers you've been around, but it's just basic information that you just don't know. Even stuff concerning the Nation of Islam, saying that your father is like from the first resurrection. Yeah. Like, who was listening?
Yeah, because here's the thing: you have to update your information. You can't stay the same.
Who are you talking about teaching though? What demographic are you talking about?
You should be trying to teach the world. If you saying that the black man is God, you should be trying to teach every black man and woman and child, man, woman, and child that they're God. You should be teaching.
Shout out the red sun.
When you study the chronology of the nation of the 5%, Allah left the temple. He left the religion. He also left the X, because when you go into the Nation of Islam, you are given an X. So when he left the nation and the religion, he also left the X there. And as Allah, the target demographic that he taught were the youth. It wasn't a bunch of adults, because he realized how challenging it was in that religion, striving to do what you're striving to suggest that we should do. Convince a bunch of adults about something that they've already been convinced about, maybe 30, 40 years of their life. So Allah focused on the youth as the primary demographic in terms of teaching this culture. And that's one of the reasons that he developed the system of supreme mathematics and the supreme alphabet, because you're dealing with youth. It was a way to be able to communicate higher ideas using basic symbols, numbers and letters. So one of the reasons you don't see us, again, out here trying to convince people and be missionaries, we're not a religion, and we respect what people believe. That's fine. You know, if you want to be a Nuwabian or somebody wants to be a Hebrew or whatever, that's great. You know, we're more interested in striving to advocate for one common cause. If we could unite based upon an issue in terms of raising awareness with childhood obesity, let's work together on that project. But that don't mean we got to sit here and be going back and forth about what was Farad white or not.
Please support and share with your networks our Atlantis School Renovation Project. Through a recently acquired property here in the city of Niagara Falls, New York, we are doing renovations to establish an early childhood learning center and after-school program for youth in our city. Despite students of color representing more than half the student population in this country, Black men represent less than 2% of that teacher workforce. So as a Black educator, my voice and presence within the lives of children is critical to combating family dysfunction, juvenile delinquency, and creating an inclusive workforce that ensures that all of our nation's students receive a quality, culturally enriched education, which consists of various projects, programs, and initiatives such as this cool animation series. This is not simply my profession, it is also my passion and my purpose. We would really appreciate your support and sharing this initiative with your networks. Thank you.